If you're still watching this right now, there's a reason. Not everyone was meant to hear what I'm about to share. This message carries a frequency that only certain souls can receive. Those who have walked through fire without understanding why. Those who have been struck down by forces they never provoked. Those who carry something so bright within them that darkness had no choice but to react. You know who you are. You've felt the weight of unjust attacks, the confusion of being targeted for no logical reason, the isolation of watching people stand by while you suffered. But here's what's shifting right now in the quantum field. Those same people who remained silent, those who witnessed your struggle and said nothing, they're beginning to feel something rise within them. A fury, a conviction, a spiritual unrest they cannot explain. And this is no accident. The universe has initiated a sequence, and you are at the center of it. You didn't just survive what happened to you. You activated something irreversible, something divine, and the evidence is starting to show up in ways you might not have recognized yet. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will change how you see everything that's happened to you, and more importantly, what's about to happen next. What came against you wasn't personal, even though it felt that way. It wasn't about something you did wrong, even though you searched for reasons. The attack that landed in your life had nothing to do with logic, circumstance, or even human emotion. It was spiritual interference triggered by your energetic signature. There's an authority woven into your existence that your adversaries sensed before you consciously recognized it yourself. Think about that. They responded to what you were becoming, not what you had done. This is critical to understand because most people waste years trying to figure out what they did to deserve the assault. You did nothing. That's the point. The attack was causeless because its origin was not in the material world. It came from a realm where light and shadow recognize each other instantly, where power is felt long before it's fully expressed. When you step into a new level of spiritual identity, there's a shift in the field around you. It's subtle at first, imperceptible to most. But in the unseen dimensions, this shift creates waves. Frequencies change, old patterns destabilize, and anything that was thriving in the darkness of your previous state suddenly finds itself exposed, threatened, uncomfortable. Darkness doesn't attack out of strategy. It attacks out of panic. It reacts before it understands why it's reacting, which is exactly what happened to you. The forces that moved against you weren't calculated. They were reactive, desperate. They sensed that if they didn't strike immediately, you would rise to a place they could never reach you again. So they attacked without cause, hoping to knock you off balance before you realized the enormity of what you carry. But here's where their plan backfired spectacularly. Every weapon they formed, every word they whispered, every alliance they built against you, it didn't destroy you. It revealed them. The spiritual realm has a law that most people don't understand. Hidden motives cannot stay hidden when directed at someone marked by divine purpose. The moment they moved against you unjustly, heaven turned a spotlight onto their intentions. Every person who participated, every person who encouraged it, every person who stood silently watching, they were all placed under spiritual scrutiny. What was done in shadow is being pulled into light. Not because you demanded it, but because that's how the universe operates when its chosen ones are touched without permission. You need to understand something about the nature of spiritual attacks. They're always disproportionate to what triggered them. Someone carrying divine assignment doesn't have to do anything threatening to become a target. Your presence alone is enough, the purity in your heart, the discipline forming in your daily choices, the clarity beginning to settle in your mind. These things create a vibrational contrast that certain people simply cannot tolerate. You became a mirror reflecting everything they refused to become, everything they abandoned, everything they're now too proud to reclaim. And instead of doing the internal work to rise, they chose the easier path. Try to bring you down to where they are. This is why forgiveness is so powerful in situations like yours. Not because they deserve it, but because your refusal to descend into bitterness kept you in a higher frequency band. While they were scheming, you were growing. While they were obsessing over you, you were healing. While they were trying to destroy your reputation, heaven was building your character. Every moment you chose restraint over retaliation, you passed a test that most people fail. You demonstrated something rare, spiritual maturity under fire. And the universe responds to this with protection, with elevation, with favor that cannot be blocked by human interference. Let's talk about why the attack felt so sudden, so out of nowhere. It's because you accelerated spiritually faster than the opposing forces expected. You started making internal shifts, clearing old wounds, aligning with truth at a pace that created urgency in the realm of shadow. The moment you entered territory that darkness once controlled, panic set in. Reactivity followed. Irrationality emerged. This is why the attack made no sense, even to the people carrying it out. They couldn't articulate why they felt so threatened by you, because the threat wasn't logical. It was energetic. You were stepping into your authority, and every step you took further into that power was a step away from the influence they once had over your environment. There's another dimension to this that most people miss. Your calling isn't small or private. What you're here to do affects collective consciousness. You're not just healing for yourself. You're shifting patterns for everyone connected to you. The assignment on your life has weight in dimensions most people never perceive. And when a soul carries that kind of destiny, the opposition intensifies proportionally. The attacks you faced weren't random chaos. They were confirmation of magnitude. You were struck heavily because you're designed to rise heavily. The intensity of resistance reveals the scope of your purpose. Before we go deeper, I want you to do something. Take a moment right now and comment below with this exact phrase: I choose to see the truth rising. Don't just type it casually. Speak it internally as you write it. This is not engagement for the algorithm. This is you sending a signal to the quantum field that you're ready to perceive what's been hidden. You're declaring conscious interruption in the loop of confusion. The universe responds to intentional declarations. Make yours now. If this is resonating with you, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you stay connected to this frequency as we continue exploring these consciousness principles together. Now here's what most people don't recognize about the fury rising in others around you. It's not emotional, it's spiritual. Something in the unseen realm has been stirred, and the hearts of those who witnessed your suffering are responding to frequencies they don't consciously understand. Even people who never spoke a word in your defense are now experiencing deep unrest they cannot ignore. This is divine intervention touching their conscience. When someone marked by heaven is attacked without cause, the Most High doesn't remain passive. A record was written the moment the first blow landed. And when the time comes for truth to surface, heaven releases pressure onto the hearts of everyone connected to the situation. This pressure exposes internal conflict, awakens dormant justice, forces confrontation with truth they tried to avoid. People who were neutral suddenly feel uneasy. People who doubted you suddenly feel convicted. People who quietly supported the attack now feel spiritually disturbed. This isn't coincidence. This is divine orchestration. Their spirit is responding before their mind can interpret what's happening. They're feeling the weight of what came against you because in the quantum field, every action carries energetic consequence. And that consequence is now manifesting in their consciousness as fury, as restlessness, as an inability to stay silent anymore. The injustice was too visible to remain unaddressed. Darkness always overplays its hand when attacking someone who walks in alignment. Your enemies didn't realize their actions would illuminate their own character. They didn't understand that moving against someone pure, disciplined, and spiritually centered would reveal their corruption by contrast. Now everyone who watched can see the difference. Your peace exposed their chaos. Your humility exposed their pride. Your restraint exposed their hostility. A spiritual divide has been created, and people can now see clearly which side of truth they were standing on. There's something else happening beneath the surface that you need to recognize. Heaven is amplifying your story. People are beginning to see you through a spiritual lens instead of a natural one. They're perceiving the purity of your heart, the quiet strength you maintained, the resilience you showed when everything inside you could have shattered. When human beings witness that level of spiritual endurance, something awakens in them. Compassion stirs, honor rises, respect forms. The fury they're feeling is a response to revelation. They're finally seeing who you truly are, and it's confronting them with how wrong they were, how easily they were misled, how quickly they abandoned discernment. Divine timing is everything. This reaction didn't come earlier because the spiritual atmosphere wasn't prepared. Hearts were still sleeping, eyes were still clouded, judgments were still distorted. But the moment heaven decided it was time for truth to emerge, everything began shifting. Now people can see what you endured. They can feel the imbalance. They can sense the wrongness of what occurred. And their hearts are responding accordingly, not because you convinced them, but because the frequency of truth is undeniable once it's fully activated. Here's what you must understand. Heaven uses people as instruments of justice. The Most High stirs hearts so they become living witnesses to your journey. Their reactions aren't random emotional outbursts. They're part of divine strategy. Their fury is preparation for your vindication. Their unrest signals that heaven is about to intervene in ways that will be impossible to miss. Their anger confirms that the spiritual realm has reached its decision regarding your situation. This is the beginning of divine correction. Hearts are being prepared for what's about to be revealed, and soon, everything done without cause will be exposed with absolute clarity. If this resonates with something deep inside you, if you feel this touching a frequency you've been waiting to hear validated, then I invite you to subscribe. Not just to this channel, but to this movement. To this space where truth is spoken without apology, where spiritual laws are made visible, where transformation happens through understanding. Subscribe to stay in this frequency. Subscribe to remain connected to a community that sees you, that recognizes the path you've walked, that honors the battles you fought in silence. What's happening around you now isn't social, emotional, or circumstantial. It's divine. Heaven has entered your situation in ways you may not fully see yet, but you can feel the atmospheric shift. You sense something lifting. You notice clarity forming where there was once only confusion. This isn't imagination. This is intervention. The Most High doesn't ignore injustice inflicted on those walking in purity. Heaven doesn't overlook cruelty delivered without cause. Heaven responds. And right now, the response is unfolding in your favor. Every moment of your struggle was witnessed. Every tear counted. Every silent prayer recorded. Every night you questioned why this was happening. Every day you forced yourself forward despite the weight nobody else could see. Heaven observed all of it. These moments weren't wasted. They weren't forgotten. They created spiritual openings for divine justice to enter. And justice, in the spiritual sense, isn't just punishment for wrongdoers. It's exposure, alignment, reversal, restoration, and the clearing of your path for what comes next. Heaven intervenes not only to correct what was done, but to prepare you for the next level of your purpose. The unjust attack activated a spiritual law. When harm is directed at someone carrying divine assignment, heaven raises a standard against the forces that created that harm. A standard is protection, boundary, declaration in the unseen realm that says, enough. And heaven has declared enough over your situation. The warfare sent against you will not continue. The confusion projected onto you is being scattered. The darkness that attempted to cloud your direction is losing its grip. You're stepping out from under the shadow and into the light of divine favor. One of the first signs of heaven's intervention is the discomfort now rising in those who wronged you. They may not show it outwardly, but internally something is trembling. Stability is gone. Exposure feels imminent. This is heaven placing weight on their conscience, reminding them of their actions, causing them to see themselves with uncomfortable clarity. This spiritual pressure isn't directed at you. It's directed at them. They touched someone heaven marked as protected. They stepped into territory they were never granted access to. And now their spirit is feeling the consequences of crossing that boundary. Clarity is also appearing in the minds of those who misunderstood you. People are beginning to see truth. They're perceiving your heart accurately for the first time. They're recognizing the injustice with fresh eyes. Heaven is illuminating what was hidden, revealing motives, exposing the intentions behind the attack. This sudden clarity is shifting the entire atmosphere around you. Conversations are changing. Attitudes are softening. Unexpected support is rising from places you never anticipated. Heaven uses people to deliver blessings, to carry messages, to stand with the chosen during seasons of transition. And right now, those people are being positioned around you. Heaven also intervened through protection you never saw. The attack didn't reach its intended target because there were forces surrounding you, blocking deeper harm. You may never fully realize how many spiritual dangers were intercepted, how many traps were dismantled before you encountered them, how many curses were returned to sender. But heaven saw every detail. Your guardian presence was actively shielding you. What was meant to destroy you was redirected. What was meant to break you was neutralized. You were defended before you even knew you needed defending. The intervention happening now isn't only about justice, it's about repositioning. Heaven is moving you away from environments, relationships, and situations that can't support where you're going. What felt like loss was actually protection. What felt like betrayal was redirection. What felt like isolation was preparation. Heaven removes what cannot accompany you into your next season. And sometimes that removal happens through conflict, Not because you were wrong, but because the path needed clearing for what's coming. The fury rising in others is part of this divine plan. Their reaction pushes truth into visibility. Their awareness adds pressure to situations that were hidden. Heaven often uses people to hold up the mirror of truth. And right now, that mirror is being positioned in front of those who caused harm. Their own actions are circling back to them. Their own words are echoing in their ears. Their own intentions are becoming undeniable. This is divine exposure in motion. Heaven is now rewriting the narrative. Those who spoke against you will fall silent. Those who judged you will reconsider their stance. Those who doubted you will see evidence of favor they can't explain away. Nothing can reverse the shift heaven has initiated. Once divine intervention begins, human interference becomes irrelevant. The story is being rewritten in real time, and you're about to witness how drastically different the next chapter looks from what your enemies planned. Another dimension of intervention is restoration. The Most High restores what was taken, but not in the same form it left. Peace returns, but deeper. Clarity returns, but sharper. Strength returns, but more grounded. And opportunities return, but more aligned with your actual purpose. You're entering a season where things begin coming back to you, better than before, stronger than before, more perfectly matched to who you've become through the fire. The attack didn't delay your destiny. It refined you for it. Heaven uses pain as a doorway, injustice as a launching point, opposition as fuel for elevation. Every tear you cried planted a seed in the spiritual soil. Every moment of endurance built muscle you'll need for what's ahead. Every unjust experience prepared the ground for breakthrough that wouldn't be possible without the depth you've gained. You're not the same person who entered this trial. You emerged transformed, and heaven honors transformation with opportunity. Take a moment and drop one word in the comments that captures the energy you're choosing moving forward. One word that represents your intention, your frequency, your declaration to the quantum field. This isn't casual interaction. This is you leaving an energetic signature that the universe will respond to. What word rises in you right now? Trust it and share it below. Now let's address what was truly exposed through this experience. When someone strikes without cause, when they operate from shadow against someone walking in light, their true nature eventually surfaces. This season hasn't just revealed your strength, it's unveiled the character of everyone around you. Heaven allowed the attack to pull back the veil on intentions. You're now seeing hearts as they actually are, not as people presented them to be. Those who moved against you revealed their internal state without realizing it. Their actions reflected what's been hidden inside them for years. Envy that was suppressed suddenly became obvious. Bitterness disguised as politeness became visible. Insecurity masked by confidence showed itself clearly. The attack didn't create these qualities. It exposed them. Your presence, your endurance, your purity of heart functioned like a spiritual mirror. When they struck at you, they revealed themselves. People wear masks until pressure arrives. When pressure comes, masks crack. Heaven isn't surprised by what they did. Heaven saw their motives long before action was taken. But you needed to see it too. You needed to understand who was truly beside you and who was positioned against you. Sometimes the Most High allows an attack not to harm the chosen one, but to reveal truth you wouldn't discover in peaceful moments. Truth that only emerges when darkness attempts to strike. Those who remained silent during your struggle exposed themselves as well. Silence is a form of revelation. Refusal to defend someone being attacked unjustly shows exactly where the heart stands. Some weren't against you, but they weren't for you either. They chose neutrality in moments when neutrality equaled betrayal. If someone can witness injustice unfolding and remain quiet, they're not aligned with your destiny. Heaven used their silence to show you who wouldn't be able to walk with you into what's next. Another layer of revelation unfolded among those who pretended to support you. When the attack came, their true alliances became apparent. Words shifted, tone changed, presence disappeared. Support that was once loud became silent. These shifts weren't accidental. They were spiritual signals. The attack forced these individuals to reveal where their loyalty actually resided. Heaven used the situation to remove people who weren't meant to continue in your next chapter. Your destiny requires purity in your circle, and this attack cleaned the spiritual atmosphere surrounding you. Even those who claimed to love you revealed truth. Love isn't proven in comfort. It's revealed in conflict. Anyone can stand with you during seasons of blessing, but only those genuinely connected to your purpose will stand with you during seasons of trial. When the attack happened, their response showed you the state of their heart. Some who claimed loyalty failed the test. Others who were previously overlooked became unexpected pillars of support. Heaven rearranged the roles of people in your life. Those who were once central became distant. Those who were once distant stepped closer. This rearrangement isn't random. It's divine reorganization. The attack also exposed your character in contrast to theirs. While they revealed jealousy, you demonstrated patience. While they revealed cruelty, you maintained discipline. While they revealed deception, you embodied honesty. While they revealed insecurity, you showed strength. Heaven allowed the situation to create a divine comparison, not to shame them, but to highlight the difference between one who walks in alignment and one who operates under shadow's influence. This contrast is now visible not only to you, but to everyone observing. Those who doubted you are now seeing clearly. They see how you responded under pressure. They see how you handled injustice with grace. They see how you refused to lower yourself to your attacker's level. This spiritual maturity is causing hearts around you to shift. This is why people are now feeling fury on your behalf. They see what they missed before. They see who wronged you and who protected you. Truth always rises, and now it's standing undeniable before them. Another revelation that emerged is understanding that not everyone walking with you is qualified to carry the next level of your destiny. Some individuals carried envy so deep that your elevation terrified them. Others carried resentment so intense that your presence disturbed them. You can't take people like this into your next season. Heaven used this attack to separate you from those draining your spirit without you noticing. Revelation isn't always comfortable, but it's always necessary. The Most High can't elevate a chosen one while they remain surrounded by hidden enemies. The attack revealed the pretenders, the weak-willed, the ones who crumble under pressure. Heaven cleared your environment, exposed what needed exposing, so you can walk freely into your purpose. But revelation doesn't stop at exposing wrong hearts. It also reveals right ones. Some individuals who remained quiet for a long time are now feeling compelled to defend you. Their sudden boldness isn't coincidence. Heaven is stirring them. They see truth. They feel the injustice. They sense divine presence around your life. Their spirit recognizes your assignment. They're being spiritually pushed to honor what they once overlooked. This is also a season where your enemies are being confronted by their own darkness. They're being shown who they truly are. Heaven is making them reflect on their actions. They're facing internal conviction. They may try to hide it, but internally they feel exposed. They feel the spiritual weight of what they did. They feel consequences approaching. They feel the discomfort of standing against someone heaven marked. Their heart is restless, not because of you, but because of truth they can no longer deny. You may notice certain people now avoid you. They avoid your presence, eye contact, conversation. This avoidance is a sign. They don't feel comfortable near you because the light you carry reveals their hidden intentions. They can't stand in the presence of someone who exposes what they'd rather keep hidden. Their distance is their confession. The revelation of character is one of heaven's greatest protections. You weren't meant to walk blindly among those wishing your downfall. You weren't meant to trust people silently competing with you. You weren't meant to stay connected to individuals celebrating your struggle. Heaven has removed the veil. What you see now is truth. Not your version, not their version. The divine version that aligns with spiritual law. The attack that came against you was unfair, unprovoked, deeply painful. But it served purpose. It separated genuine from false, loyal from deceptive, aligned from misaligned. It separated your past circle from your future assignments. This revelation is the foundation upon which heaven will now build your elevation. This wasn't the end, it was the unveiling. And soon the world will witness the next phase of what heaven is doing in your life. Now, what we've explored so far touches the surface of something much deeper, a complete understanding of how unjust attacks actually function as frequency tests within the consciousness field. If you're feeling called to understand the entire system of how your internal frequency creates external reality, how to shift from unconscious transmission to becoming the conscious broadcast itself, I've compiled everything into Beyond the Frequencies, a quantum guide to consciousness mastery. It contains the complete framework behind what we're discussing today, including the 9 master frequencies that transform you from seeking favor to embodying it. You'll find it linked in the pinned comment below. One of the clearest signs that heaven entered your story is the shift you're witnessing in people's hearts. What was once unnoticed is now being recognized. What was once ignored is now being acknowledged. What was once dismissed is now stirring emotions in others they can't explain. People who showed indifference are suddenly becoming aware of the weight of what happened to you. Their spirit is responding before their mind understands why. This shift is spiritual, not emotional, and it's unfolding with precision. The Most High has begun touching the conscience of those who observed your suffering. They may not have spoken during the attack, but now their silence feels heavy. Their heart feels unsettled. They feel conviction rising inside them. This shift isn't random. Heaven is awakening dormant spiritual senses, reminding them they witnessed injustice and must now confront what they saw. Some of these people are experiencing guilt, not because they caused harm, but because they remained silent when you needed support. Their spirit is unsettled because they now understand the gravity of what happened to you. They see the purity with which you responded. They see the strength you displayed. They see how you held discipline when others expected you to fall apart. This contrast is stirring them. Their heart is being pulled toward compassion in a way they can't resist. Others are feeling anger on your behalf. This anger isn't rooted in personal loyalty. It's rooted in spiritual revelation. They feel the injustice, the imbalance, the weight of what you endured. They may not have had courage to confront the situation earlier, but now truth is undeniable. Their spirit senses that what was done to you crossed a boundary heaven doesn't tolerate. Their fury is a reaction to divine truth rising within them. There are individuals who once doubted you, but are now seeing you with new eyes. They recognize your sincerity. They see the purity of your intentions. They see that you didn't provoke the attack. They see that you remained grounded when others tried to destabilize you. This revelation softens their heart, humbles them, awakens respect they didn't feel before. Their heart is turning toward you because spiritual truth is undeniable. Some people are even being drawn closer to you. They feel a pull to support you, compelled to defend you, motivated to stand beside you in ways they never felt before. They may not express this openly yet, but their spirit has aligned itself with your journey. Heaven is shifting their heart so they can play a role in your next season. This shift is preparing the right people to step into your path at the right time. The shift in hearts is also exposing hidden loyalties. Individuals who stayed neutral are realizing that neutrality isn't possible in spiritual conflict. Their heart is moving because heaven is reminding them they can't serve truth while standing in silence. Their awakening is a sign that the spiritual realm is aligning people around you. Those meant to support you will feel drawn to you. Those misaligned will feel pushed away. Some people who once supported your enemies are now feeling ashamed of their alignment. They're realizing the darkness they sided with. They look back at their actions or silence and feel conviction pressing against their spirit. Heaven is showing them the nature of the injustice. Their heart is shifting not only because of what they saw, but because of what heaven is now revealing to them. Don't underestimate how far-reaching this shift is. It's not limited to people close to you. Even those who observed from a distance are feeling spiritual tension. Truth surrounding your situation has spread farther than you realize. Hearts are being stirred even among those who only saw fragments of your story. They sense something sacred in how you handled the storm. They sense divine favor resting on you. They sense the outcome of this situation is going to be significant. This shift is also making people rethink your enemies. Individuals who once stood with them are now reconsidering their choices. They see how quickly your enemies moved into darkness. They see the cruelty in their actions. They see the insecurity behind their behavior. Hearts are distancing themselves from your enemies because heaven is removing their influence. Their character is being revealed, and those who walk in truth can't stay close to revealed darkness. The shift in hearts is not something you caused. It's something heaven is orchestrating. You didn't manipulate anyone. You didn't plead for support. You didn't demand loyalty. Heaven is moving without your interference. When a chosen one remains aligned with truth, heaven fights for them. Heaven stirs hearts, awakens conscience, lifts veils, exposes hidden things, draws people toward the side of righteousness. This shift is also preparing the environment for your elevation. When heaven is about to raise a chosen one, hearts of those around them must be repositioned. Some need removal. Others need softening. Some need awakening. Others need revealing. This rearrangement is happening now. People are being spiritually repositioned to either support your growth or distance themselves from it. No one will remain in the same position they held before. You must also understand that this shift is creating witnesses. Heaven is gathering people who will see your rise and testify to the truth of your journey. These individuals will remember what was done to you. They'll remember how you responded. They'll remember how the Most High intervened. Their testimony will strengthen your influence. Their memory will validate your transformation. Their presence will confirm your elevation. Even the hearts of those who harmed you are shifting. Some feel regret. Others feel confusion. Some feel fear of spiritual consequences. Others feel overwhelmed by truth being revealed. Their reaction isn't your concern. Heaven is dealing with them. Their heart is reacting to spiritual correction. What they feel isn't punishment, it's conviction. And conviction always precedes either judgment or transformation. The shift in hearts is evidence that you didn't walk through the attack alone. Heaven was with you. Heaven defended you. Heaven exposed truth. Heaven stirred conscience. Heaven softened hearts. Heaven opened eyes. All these shifts confirm that your story isn't ending in pain. It's moving toward divine vindication. You may notice people treating you with more reverence, more caution, more respect. This isn't because they suddenly became better people. It's because heaven has marked you. They can feel the presence of the Most High surrounding your life. They sense spiritual authority rising within you. They're responding to what heaven has placed upon you. This heart shift is part of your preparation for elevation. You're not meant to rise in the presence of those who misunderstand your worth. Heaven is shaping the environment before it lifts you. And when the elevation comes, people around you will know exactly why it happened. They'll remember their unrest. They'll remember their anger. They'll remember what they witnessed. And they'll understand that heaven was orchestrating everything. This shift is not the end. It's the sign that something greater is approaching. Heaven has begun to move on your behalf, and the hearts of people are the first evidence of that divine movement. Now we arrive at what you've been walking toward, the divine turnaround. This isn't simply a recovery season. This is the moment where heaven reverses what was done against you, restores what was taken from you, and elevates you in a way that makes it undeniable that the Most High has been guiding your steps the entire time. The attack that once felt overwhelming is now becoming the catalyst for your rise. Heaven has examined your endurance, your purity of heart, your restraint, your obedience, and because you remained aligned in spirit, the divine turnaround has been activated in your life. A divine turnaround is not just a shift in circumstances, it's a shift in spiritual authority. You're stepping into a phase where the weight of what you carry will become unmistakable. People will begin to sense it. Environments will respond to it. Opportunities will open because of it. Your presence will carry a different spiritual signature. Heaven is clothing you with a new level of favor, and this favor will speak louder than any words ever could. One of the first signs of your divine turnaround is that weapons formed against you will begin to lose their power. Situations that once caused fear or anxiety will suddenly feel lighter. Voices that tried to intimidate you will fall silent. Individuals who once stood boldly against you will begin to retreat. Their influence is fading. Their plans are collapsing. Their confidence is withering. This isn't happening because you fought them. It's happening because heaven has withdrawn the power they once held over your story. Another sign is the sudden clarity of your path. Where there was confusion, there's now direction. Where there was hesitation, there's now certainty. Where there was spiritual fog, there's now divine revelation. Heaven is revealing the next steps of your journey. This clarity isn't from your mind. It's from the Spirit guiding you. You'll feel drawn toward certain decisions. You'll feel nudged away from others. Pay attention to these shifts. They're evidence that heaven is actively guiding your elevation. Another part of your divine turnaround is the restoration of dignity. The attack was meant to strip you of confidence and weaken your identity, but instead it strengthened you. You now stand taller in spirit. You now walk with deeper understanding. You now carry wisdom that only comes through spiritual testing. Heaven honors those who pass such tests. And one of the ways heaven honors you is by restoring what was damaged through the attack. Your reputation will be restored. Your peace will be restored. Your authority will be restored. People will begin to see you for who you truly are, not for the lies told about you. Your divine turnaround also includes a reversal in perception. Those who once judged you will now respect you. Those who once misunderstood you will now seek understanding. Those who once overlooked you will now recognize your value. Heaven is shifting how people perceive you because truth is rising to the surface. Your character has spoken louder than the attack. Your endurance has spoken louder than the lies. Your silence has spoken louder than your enemies. And now heaven will speak on your behalf. You must also understand that your turnaround is not just about restoration, it's about elevation. Heaven is lifting you to a higher spiritual position. You're stepping into increased authority, deeper insight, greater influence. Your spiritual weight is increasing, and because of this, the Most High is preparing new opportunities for you. Opportunities that were once blocked will now open. Doors that were once closed will now respond to your presence. Paths that once felt unreachable will now be made accessible. Another sign of your divine turnaround is that those who opposed you will begin to face the consequences of their own actions. Heaven is not cruel, but heaven is just. The spiritual law states that whatever is sown will be reaped. Those who sowed harm will now face the discomfort of their choices. They may try to hide from it, but the spiritual realm can't be avoided. Their plans will fail. Their influence will diminish. Their alliances will crumble. This is not your doing. It's the result of heaven aligning everything to truth. Your divine turnaround also involves unexpected support. People you never imagined will step forward to lift you. Individuals who were once silent will now speak in your favor. Helpers will appear at the perfect moment. Heaven often uses unlikely individuals as instruments of blessing. Don't be surprised when someone you least expect becomes a key part of your elevation. Heaven is orchestrating every detail. Another part of your turnaround is the strengthening of your spiritual voice. You'll find that your words carry more weight. When you speak, people will listen with greater attention. Your spiritual insight will deepen. Your discernment will sharpen. You'll sense things more clearly. You'll understand spiritual movements with greater accuracy. Heaven is increasing your spiritual authority because you've proven trustworthy in your season of testing. The divine turnaround also reveals how deeply protected you are. Looking back, you'll realize that what could have destroyed you was blocked. What could have weakened you was redirected. What could have shattered you was softened by unseen hands. Heaven protected you silently, and now heaven will bless you openly. The protection you received in the dark will now manifest as honor in the light. You may notice blessings coming in waves, not one blessing here and there, but multiple blessings arriving in alignment. This is a sign that your season of delay is ending. The obstacles that held you back have been removed. The spiritual resistance that surrounded you has been dismantled. Your life is entering a period where movement will be rapid, clear, and undeniable. Your divine turnaround will also expose the spiritual maturity you gained. You no longer react the way you once did. You no longer fear the things you once feared. You no longer carry the insecurities that once shaped your decisions. Heaven used the attack to refine you, and what emerged is someone stronger, wiser, and more spiritually grounded than before. Your future decisions will reflect this new strength. Your new season will require this strength. Another sign of your turnaround is peace. Not temporary peace, but deep spiritual peace. A peace that calms your heart even when circumstances aren't perfect. A peace that doesn't depend on people. A peace that comes from divine alignment. You'll notice that the same situations that once disturbed you no longer hold power over you. This is because heaven has grounded your spirit in truth. Peace is the evidence of divine order. The divine turnaround also means that your enemies will witness your elevation. The Most High doesn't hide the rise of a chosen one. He displays it. He positions it in the open. He allows those who doubted you to see your growth. This elevation is not for pride. It's for testimony. Your rise is meant to show the world what heaven can do for someone who remained faithful in suffering. Your turnaround is also a message to others who are struggling in silence. Your story will become a guide. Your endurance will become an example. Your transformation will become a beacon. Heaven is using you not only for your own journey, but for the strengthening of others. Your victory will carry spiritual impact far beyond your personal life. What is happening to you is not small. It is divine. You're stepping into a season where heaven is rewriting your story. The attack was the last attempt to stop your elevation. It failed. Now heaven is turning everything in your favor. Everything the enemy meant for harm is being reshaped into purpose. Everything that was broken is being rebuilt. Everything that was lost is being returned in greater measure. You're stepping into a divine turnaround that will not be reversed. Heaven has declared your rise. Heaven has declared your restoration. Heaven has declared your victory. And nothing in the natural realm or the spiritual realm can interfere with what heaven has already established. You're standing at the beginning of a new chapter. The old pain is closing. The old battles are ending. The old limitations are falling away. A new spiritual horizon is opening before you. And as you walk into it, you'll realize that everything you endured was preparation for everything you're about to receive. The quantum field has been reorganized around your frequency. What was once resistant to you is now responsive. What was once closed to you is now accessible. What was once fighting against you is now working for you. This is not positive thinking. This is spiritual law in motion. When a soul maintains purity through unjust attack, when a heart refuses bitterness despite provocation, when a spirit chooses alignment over revenge, heaven has no choice but to respond. The universe is not neutral. It is responsive. And it responds most powerfully to those who hold their center when everything around them is attempting to knock them off course. You held your center. You maintained your frequency. You protected your heart. And now the divine turnaround is manifesting in ways that will leave no doubt that something supernatural has intervened in your life. People will ask you what happened. They'll want to know how things shifted so dramatically. And your only answer will be truth. Heaven saw what was done, and heaven responded. The truth is coming out, not because you forced it, not because you demanded vindication, not because you spent your energy trying to prove yourself. The truth is emerging because that's what truth does. It rises, it surfaces, it becomes undeniable. And when it's connected to someone marked by divine purpose, Its emergence is accompanied by power that reshapes everything around it. Your enemies thought they controlled the narrative. They believed their version of events would stand. They assumed their influence was enough to keep truth buried. But they forgot something crucial. They weren't dealing with just another person. They were dealing with someone heaven had marked. And when heaven marks someone, that person operates under divine protection that human schemes cannot penetrate. The truth coming out will not be subtle. It will be clear, undeniable, witnessed by everyone who doubted you. This is not revenge. This is divine order being restored. This is spiritual law manifesting in the material realm. This is what happens when heaven decides it's time for clarity to replace confusion, for light to dispel shadow, for reality to overcome illusion. You're about to witness a level of vindication that you couldn't orchestrate yourself even if you tried. Heaven's vindication is different from human vindication. It's thorough, it's public, it's undeniable, and it leaves no room for continued lies or distorted narratives. When heaven vindicates, everyone sees clearly. When heaven speaks, everyone hears. When heaven moves, everyone recognizes the movement. Right now, in this moment, heaven is positioning everything for your next season. The fury in people's hearts is preparation. The shifts in perception are foundation. The exposure of your enemies is clearing the field. The restoration of your dignity is rebuilding your platform. All of this is happening simultaneously, orchestrated by forces beyond what you can see, guided by wisdom beyond what you can understand, timed by precision beyond what you can calculate. Your only job is to remain aligned. Stay in your center. Maintain your frequency. Protect your peace. Continue walking in discipline, purity, and truth. Let heaven handle the details of your elevation. Let the universe orchestrate the unfolding of your vindication. Trust that what's meant for you will find you, and what's not meant for you will fall away effortlessly. The chosen ones who are watching this right now, you know who you are. You felt every word of this message in your spirit before I even said it. You've been living this reality, confused about why such undeserved attacks came against you, wondering when justice would arrive, holding on to faith even when evidence seemed absent. This message is your confirmation. What you've been sensing is real. What you've been hoping for is close. What heaven has been preparing is about to manifest. Before this ends, I want you to make one final declaration in the comments. Drop one word that represents the transformation you're stepping into. One word that captures your new frequency. One word that signals to the quantum field the reality you're claiming. Don't overthink it. Trust the first word that rises in your spirit and share it below. This is your energetic signature, leaving an imprint in the field of possibility. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Not just to receive more content, but to stay aligned with this frequency. Subscribe to remain connected to a community that understands the path you're walking. Subscribe to stay coherent with the truth that's being spoken here. The more of us who embody this understanding, the more the world reflects that truth back to us. This is not passive consumption. This is active participation in collective consciousness elevation. You survived what was designed to destroy you. You maintained purity when everything around you was chaotic. You held discipline when everyone expected you to break. You chose alignment when revenge would have been easier. And because of this, heaven has initiated a sequence that cannot be stopped. A divine turnaround that cannot be reversed. An elevation that cannot be prevented. The attack revealed who you are. The response revealed what you're becoming. And what's next will reveal why heaven protected you so fiercely. You're not just recovering, you're ascending. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're not just getting through this, you're being transformed by this. Every tear you cried watered seeds that are now breaking through the soil. Every moment of confusion cleared space for clarity that's now flooding in. Every experience of betrayal revealed loyalty in unexpected places. Every season of isolation prepared you for influence you're about to carry. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Everything was purposeful, even when purpose wasn't visible. The divine favor arriving in your life is not generic blessing. It's specific, targeted, customized to your exact needs and your exact calling. Heaven knows what you require for your next level, and heaven is providing it with precision. Doors you didn't even know existed will open. Opportunities you couldn't have imagined will present themselves. Connections you never expected will form. Resources you thought were unavailable will become accessible. This is what happens when heaven decides it's time for a chosen one to rise. The entire universe reorganizes itself to accommodate that rise. What was once impossible becomes inevitable. What was once blocked becomes available. What was once distant becomes immediate. The laws of limitation that governed your past no longer apply to your future. You're stepping into a reality where favor precedes you, where doors open before you arrive, where provision appears before you ask, where protection surrounds you without you seeing it, where wisdom flows through you without you straining for it. This is the divine turnaround in full manifestation. This is what it looks like when heaven moves on behalf of someone who remained faithful through unjust suffering. Your enemies will see it. Your doubters will witness it. Your critics will have to acknowledge it. And most importantly, those who stood by you will be blessed by proximity to what heaven is doing in your life. The shift is not just personal. It's atmospheric. It's environmental. It's collective. Everyone connected to you will feel the effects of your elevation. This is your moment. This is your season. This is your divine turnaround. The truth is coming out, and with it comes the vindication, restoration, and elevation that heaven has been preparing for you all along. You didn't just survive the attack, you passed the test. And now you're receiving the reward reserved for those who choose purity over revenge, discipline over reaction, faith over fear. Walk forward with confidence. Walk forward with peace. Walk forward with certainty that what heaven has started, heaven will complete. The best of your life is not behind you. It's ahead of you, and it begins now. If this message reached you at the exact moment you needed it, consider re-watching it tomorrow morning to set your energetic tone for the day. And if someone in your life is walking through their own unjust attack right now, share this with them. When you share consciousness-expanding truth like this, you're not just helping them, you're reinforcing these frequencies in your own field, creating a ripple effect that accelerates the divine turnaround for everyone involved. The act of sharing truth multiplies its power. Now, if you've been sensing that there are parallel versions of yourself trying to get your attention, trying to show you what's possible when you fully step into your divine identity, you need to understand what's happening in the quantum field right now. Your parallel self, the version of you that already embodies the elevation we've been discussing, is calling you. There's a specific window of opportunity open, and recognizing this connection, could be the final piece that activates your complete turnaround. The video on your screen reveals exactly how to answer that call before the window closes.